On April 1965, Pakistan initiated a war with India. Pakistan's aim was to seize control of Kashmir from India, driven by its desire to acquire the territory. What gave Pakistan courage for this aggressive action was the military alliance called CENTO, led by world power America. America's main Asian military partner in the CENTO alliance was Pakistan. This alliance provided significant military aid to Pakistan from the US. During this time, Pakistan had access to modern weaponry and military equipment, which it had obtained not only from the United States, but also from the Communist China. Pakistan was one step ahead of India economically and militarily at the time. The Pakistani president Ayub Khan realized there was no better time to subdue the Indian army, which was reeling from the war with China. Ayub Khan also considered Lal Bahadur Shastri, the then Prime Minister of India, as a weak national leader. In April 1965, in order to test the response capability of the Indian army and political leadership, Pakistan carried out some minor attacks in the Rann of Kutch region. Pakistan was able to capture some territory in this attack. When India was not prepared for a significant counterattack, Ayub Khan, who is also a former army chief of Pakistan, calculated that the Indian army was in a weak state and could capture Kashmir if an all-out attack was launched now. In August 1965, the Pakistani army launched an attack called Operation Gibraltar and engaged in a war with the Indian army in Kashmir. As an aggressor, Pakistan was initially able to make some inroads. Pakistani army made progress in areas such as Titwal, Uri, and Poonch. But Indians managed to capture some mountain heights and the strategic Hajipir Pass, 8 kilometers into Pakistan-administered Kashmir. With the strategic Hajipur reaching Indian hands, Operation Gibraltar became a failure. In response to this failure, Pakistan launched massive artillery bombardment in Chump sector. With an overwhelming ratio of troops and technically superior tanks, Pakistan captured India's army headquarters in Chump sector. With this, India brought the Air Force into the field. Then Pakistan also brought their Air Force into the war. India opened a new war front in the Punjab border to challenge the Pakistan's grip on Kashmir, a decision of India that completely changed the course of the war. Pakistan was forced to withdraw a large number of its troops from Kashmir and send them to defend its Punjab border. With this, the Pakistani army that had pushed into Kashmir started to be driven back by the Indian army. Indians also captured many strategic positions in the Kargil Heights. India crossed the international border on the Western Front on 6th September. The 15th Infantry Division of the Indian Army pushed back the Pakistani defense line in the Punjab and reached near Lahore. Pakistan feared that India would capture the town of Lahore. But at the same time, Pakistan was able to push back India's 1st Armored Division, labeled the Pride of the Indian Army, which launched an attack at Sialkot. India lost around 100 tanks in this battle. Maddened by this temporary victory, the Pakistanis' 1st Army Division, under the illusion that they could capture Amritsar, engaged India's 4th Mountain Division in Kemkaran sector. The place has become the graveyard of Pakistan's most advanced American-made pattern tanks. American pattern tanks were defeated by India's British-made Centurion tanks. Pakistan lost 97 pattern tanks in this battle. This battle, known as the Asal Uttar, meaning real answer. A ceasefire agreement came into force on 21st September as a result of the intervention of the Soviet Union and the United States. Pakistan could not achieve any of its goals in this war and lost 1,735 kilometers square territory. India's loss was comparatively less. They lost 540 kilometers square. This war also caused Pakistan, which was considered to be economically ahead of India at the time, to go backward economically.